But yeah, looks really good. There's not any like super crazy lines or anything. So it's like all real smooth and stuff. And then I'm going to be using, the body I'm going to be using is the CT Toys Scarlet Spider. It's pretty much a blank body, other than it having like these little accessories. I've actually already started trying to remove that one on this leg. And then it's got like the gauntlets, and then it's got a belt that's real easy to come off because it was just loose on here like this. Like it was just loose, but then like in the back there's like this little like hook top thing that sort of broke when I pulled it off, and it was like glued. The belt was glued back there, I'm pretty sure. But anyways, I just wanted to use this because it's, I know it's like red, you know, the opposite color that I'm wanting, but it is a completely blank body, so we're gonna try and work with it. So I guess I'm gonna finish up taking these little accessories off, because like I said, I've already tried to take this one off and stuff. I'm gonna try and get this down a little bit more because I don't want it sticking out too much. And then I guess I'm gonna start the painting process, and then I'll kind of make updates throughout the video. So okay, so got some of the black pieces painted. Just in case you're wondering as well, I'm sort of going off of Dips Custom. So I'm still trying to I'm trying to get my lines straighter, I guess you could say. So here's, like, you can see how that kind of goes up, and then like this one doesn't look too bad. It's sort of more straighter compared to this one. And then I'm still getting this this worked out, I'm pretty sure. So what I should have painted these together, but when I first painted this, I didn't have it connected to this, and so I should have had them together. So I'm probably gonna just try and paint over this black right here and just sort of eyeball everything. And so yeah, so started painting most of the black. I got the black on the head painted. Got, you know, like the hair painted, and then the goggles. I wish I had some glass. I wish I had some gloss black, because I'm using like a matte, like, you know, just like a flat black for this guy. But I wish I had some gloss. I don't think I do, but I may check to be sure, because it'd be nice to use it on the goggles, you know, to make them like they're, you know, plastic or whatever he uses, you know. But the paints, I'll go ahead and go over the paints I'm using. So the blue I'm going to be using is this Model Air. It's just blue, Model Air blue. And then the black I'm using is the Vallejo Model Color, which I'm pretty sure these are both Vallejo. And this is the Vallejo Model Color, just, let's see, well, Vallejo Black Model Color paint. I guess it's just, yeah, anyways, you get the idea of that. So yeah, then the arms, sort of getting those painted too. Then, like I said, I'm sort of just going over everything that's going to be black, and then I'm going to come back in and everything that's going to be blue be painted. So I'm going to continue painting this guy, and then hopefully the next time. Oh, and also I forgot. So when I took the gauntlets off of these, of the like the forearms, this sticks out a lot, and then like see how it like sinks in right there. So anyways, it sticks out like a pretty good portion, and so I just took my sharp object, like I mentioned earlier in the video, and like cut a little piece of the joint off that, and then now it sits up against the plastic flush. So, and you know, I still get my range, you know, like my range of motion, stuff like that, articulation, whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna get to painting some blue on this guy, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold my phone for this. So I've started the blue. Don't worry, I know it looks pretty bad right now. I'm gonna come back in, make sure. I'm just sort of getting going. I guess this is my, I guess you could say, my idea coat of what, trying to get an idea of how everything's gonna look. Don't worry, I'm gonna blend it in a lot better, make the lines a lot more crispier and straighter. And I know you can still see some of the red, but I'm on my first couple of coats, and I started the head, if it'll focus. And don't worry, I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna make sure everything looks a lot better. And so I was gonna use this, the Vallejo Model Air, but it's really dark. And at first I was like, oh, it's fine, you know. But then, you know, looking, because like I said, I'm using Dips, and his looks really dark on camera, but it's like really brighter. It's really brighter on like actual watching the video, but camera makes it a lot more darker. So what I'm using is, if you'll focus, I'm using this bright blue instead, nothing mixed in with it. And because with the model air, like I said, with it being really dark, I don't have a straight up white, but I have this. Or I don't think I have a white anyways. And so I have this, but it's like that apple barrel antique white. So I was gonna mix it in, try and make the blue, the model, the Vallejo blue, but it sort of just, I don't know, it turned out to like a I don't know, almost like a dark turquoise type thing. I don't know. So like I said, I'm just using this, nothing mixed in with it or nothing. And so, and then I'm gonna come back in and make sure everything looks a lot better and crispier and stuff like that. And so, yeah, so I guess we'll see in the next part. All right, so got this guy painted up and stuff. I already got him put back together. It's actually been a few days since I was recording. So yeah, so here he is put back together and stuff. I feel like he looks pretty good. There is still some paint showing from where it's rubbed, and then there's paint rubbing the joints, like the elbows, and then, sorry if you hear a beeping noise, probably my little brother trying to get in. Anyways, so, yeah, there's paint rub, like, in the ankles and stuff, but I may take, like, eventually come in here in the future, take a Dremel, or maybe some sandpaper and try and fix this up, because I wouldn't mind doing some stop motion with this guy. I think it'd be pretty cool, but I'll just have to see, because working a full-time job, it's kind of hard to, I guess, squeeze that in, I guess you could say, and I don't really feel like dealing with it in the evenings. It would be really cool, but for now, I'm probably just going to stick to making customs and making, like, posing videos, or, well, shorts. And subscribe recently. I'm up to 1,000 subscribers now, so like I said, I really appreciate that, and I hope you all found this video informative. I'll give you one last good look at this guy. So here's the front, and like I said, there's paint rub pretty much almost in every joint. But anyways, and here's the back of him. Some paint chip right there, and then like in the neck right there. But I mean, for now, like I said, you can see it right there, paint rub. And sorry for your noise in the background. I think my parents are talking. But anyways, so hope you found this video informative and helpful, and I would really appreciate if you subscribed. And also, just before I go, just a little update: my videos, like unless I do stop motion in the future, not sure if I do that, not sure when that will start, but what the plan is for the future. But anyways, so sorry for yapping for so long, but I appreciate everyone who tuned in this video. Hope you found it helpful, and until next time, see ya.